What are some of the most common challenges you face as a parent? As we navigate the journey of parenthood, we often encounter obstacles that test our patience, our resilience, and our wisdom. One of the most prevalent challenges is discipline. How do we set boundaries and instill values without stifling our child's individuality? Another hurdle we frequently stumble upon is communication. In an era where digital devices often replace face-to-face interactions, forging a deep, meaningful connection with our children can sometimes feel like an uphill battle. And then, there's the challenge of safety. The digital world, with all its benefits, poses potential dangers that can threaten our child's well-being. How do we protect them without smothering their independence? These challenges, while unique to our time, are not new under the sun. The Bible actually has a lot to say about parenting. Scene script, Proverbs 22:6 says, "Train up a child in the way he should go. Even when he is old, he will not depart from it." This verse, written thousands of years ago, holds a profound truth that resonates deeply even in our contemporary society. It emphasizes the importance of discipline in parenting. Discipline in this context is not about punishment or control, but rather about guidance and instruction. It's about teaching our children the difference between right and wrong, setting boundaries, and helping them understand the consequences of their actions. It's about shaping their character and instilling in them the values that will guide them throughout their lives. The word train in the verse suggests a continuous, deliberate action. It's not a one-time event, but a lifelong commitment. It means consistency is key. Just as a tree needs consistent watering to grow, our children need consistent guidance to develop into responsible, well-rounded adults. Now let's consider the phrase, "in the way he should go." This underscores the individuality of each child. Each child is unique with their own talents, passions, and strengths. Our role as parents is not to mold them into what we want them to be, but to help them discover and develop their God-given potential. The promise of this verse is also quite reassuring. Even when he is old, he will not depart from it. This suggests that the values and principles we instill in our children will stay with them, guiding their decisions and actions even when they are adults. It's a promise that our efforts, though challenging at times, will bear fruit in the long run. While discipline can be challenging, it is essential in guiding our children towards the right path. It requires patience, consistency, and understanding. But remember, we are not alone in this journey. We have the wisdom of the Bible and we have God's grace to help us. So let's embrace this responsibility with courage and faith, knowing that our labor is not in vain. For whatever a man sows, that he will also reap. Galatians 6:7. Scene script. Ephesians 6:4 reads, "Fathers, do not provoke your children to anger, but bring them up in the discipline and instruction of the Lord." In the realm of parenting, this verse holds a significant message about the power and importance of communication. It serves as a reminder that our words as parents carry weight, and they can either foster a sense of love and understanding or provoke feelings of anger and resentment. What does it mean to not provoke your children to anger? It's about being mindful of how we communicate. It's about speaking with kindness and patience, even in moments of frustration. It's about choosing words that instruct, not words that harm. The goal is to raise our children in the discipline and instruction of the Lord. And to do this, we must ensure that our communication is rooted in respect and love. Imagine a home where every conversation is a chance to learn and grow, where misunderstandings are seen as opportunities for clarification, and where each family member feels heard and valued. This is what open and respectful communication can do. It can transform our homes and our relationships with our children. How can we achieve this? The Bible gives us a blueprint. Proverbs 15:1 tells us that a gentle answer turns away wrath, but a harsh word stirs up anger. So strive to respond with gentleness, even when the situation is heated. And Colossians 4:6 advises, "Let your conversation be always full of grace, seasoned with salt, so that you may know how to answer everyone." In other words, let your words be tasteful, gracious, and thoughtful. Remember, communication is more than just talking. It's about listening, understanding, and responding. It's a two-way street that requires effort, patience, and sometimes a lot of grace. But the rewards are immeasurable. You'll not only build a strong and loving relationship with your children, but you'll also be setting an example for them on how to communicate effectively and respectfully with others. Remember, communication is key in building a strong and loving relationship with our children. Psalm 127:3 reminds us, "Children are a heritage from the Lord, offspring a reward from Him." This verse not only highlights the value of children, but also underscores the responsibility we as parents have towards them. When we talk about protection, it's not just about safeguarding them from physical harm. It's about creating an environment where they feel safe, loved, and cherished. It's about shielding their young minds from negative influences and guiding them to make choices that align with the values we hold dear. But perhaps even more important is the spiritual protection. As parents, we are their first teachers about God's love and His teachings. We should strive to instill in them a strong faith that will serve as their armor against life's trials and tribulations. Remember, our children are not just our offspring. They are gifts from God entrusted to our care. As parents, we are entrusted with these precious gifts from God, and it's our duty to protect them. So how can we apply these biblical principles in our everyday parenting? Let's recap. We've journeyed through discipline, communication, and protection, three foundational pillars of biblical parenting. Discipline, as we've seen, isn't about punishment, but about teaching and guiding. It's the shepherd's staff gently steering the wayward sheep back to the path. Communication, on the other hand, is about building bridges, not walls. It's about speaking the truth in love, fostering an environment where children feel safe to express themselves honestly. And protection, it's not about creating a bubble that shields our children from the world, but equipping them with the armor of God so they can stand firm against the challenges life throws their way. In practice, this could mean setting clear boundaries, having open-hearted conversations, and teaching them to rely on their faith in times of adversity. With these biblical principles in mind, we can navigate the challenges of parenting with wisdom and grace. If you are enjoying this content, please take a moment to hit the thumbs up, subscribe, and notification buttons. Don't forget, sharing is caring. Show you care for others by sharing this with any of your friends or family members that could benefit from this prayer as well. Stay sassy, for when the devil hears your feet touch the ground in the morning, he responds with fear. Oh no, she is awake. Stay faithful and keep shining, sassy faith girl.